Welcome to Nerdities. Bitches.
Hey, cherished listeners, it's time for us all to look back at a series of films, or a group of films, or a franchise of films. You know, every time it's a little different. This is your patented Nerdities Retrospective. I am Mike.
I am Justin.
I'm Vin.
I'm Joe.
Alright, this week we're doing DC, but specific DC. Everything before the Snyderverse, because I think that deserves, even though it's not nearly big enough, it deserves its own little pocket in time. So
Deserves something.
it deserves.
It deserves love.
Sure, Joe. Great Buddhist of you.
Already starting. He's already starting.
No, there are some quality films.
Okay.
For the
So here's my parameters. So now we have that out of the way, whatever he's saying.
Lay it out.
Whatever Joe likes, I'm minus 10.
You're gonna get some arguments with some of these.
No, there's no argument. It's just minus 10.
I've been looking forward to doing these with Vinny since Mike announced it.
This specific group?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to know, though, how many of these movies have you seen, Vinny?
I don't know. Maybe most of them. I haven't seen any of the Aquamans. Wait, are we doing pre-Snyderverse, you said, right?
Pre-Snyderverse.
Okay.
All the Christopher Reeve, all the Keaton, Kilmer.
The other.
Okay, I've seen like one Superman with Reeves, I think, and like I've seen bits and pieces of all of them.
I should not be doing
Like
this.
the plastic wrap one.
Oh.
The one where is it the same when he goes back in time? He like spins the world backwards.
Depends on the edit of the movie.
Yeah, actually,
You know what?
you are right. Like,
Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. Let's jump in feet first, because that's the safe way. Heroes jump in feet first.
Yeah.
With the 1977 classic, I believe it is?
78.
78 classic, Superman the movie. Because they had to put the word movie after it. You wouldn't know, because it was live action and in a theater, that it was a movie. Still pretty friggin' classic.
I agree.
One of the best versions of a superhero movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the negatives. It's kind of campy. It's undeniably campy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's camp in a. I don't know. It's something just so heartfelt about that first Superman movie.
Yeah.
It is it is a bit of a more serious tone than like the 66 Batman show.
Oh, it is orders of magnitude more serious than that.
I'm shocked you actually didn't start with that, because technically that was a movie.
Technically it was, but yeah, I had to have a cutoff here. I didn't want to start like that.
It started off on a better foot than the 66 Batman.
I love that Batman movie though.
Oh, I do too. It's so camp. It's,
No.
It is so sharp repelling to me.
They fucking dehydrate the people. That's so good.
Yeah, that's actually wicked. And they bring him back with just pumping him full of juices.
But they are all discombobulated. But wet, you know?
Was that the shark spray? Or
Yeah.
the bad shark spray?
Yeah, that's shark repellent.
Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb in that movie.
Yeah, I did see that.
You
I
saw
love-
that fucking movie and you've only seen... You don't
No,
know
you don't
how-
understand. 66 Batman was a staple in their house growing up.
Yeah. My dad, the couple things my dad was for, that was one of them. He loved Adam West Batman.
Yep.
I bought him the red phone.
Oh,
Yeah, he has-
that's cool.
Yeah, he's got it.
Does
And,
he have the Shakespeare bust that you lift up and put...
no, I think it's just a wooden cutout. It's not like a actual phone.
But let's give a number. I'm going to give 90. This is seminal. It does a lot right, and it doesn't do much wrong. It gets the 90 primarily on his performance. Christopher Reeve is such a great Superman. His earnestness earns this movie.
Like, if it wasn't for this movie, I don't know if I'd be into superhero stuff.
Yeah.
As much as I am.
Well, it was a huge risk to take. They weren't being made. So if this doesn't get made, the entire genre doesn't get jump-started. Like, let's say it's a few years later, it's a different director, it's not as good. Who knows where we are?
Yeah.
Not to mention the fucking theme of the movie. I love that theme.
Oh, fucking John Williams.
Yeah. The man is the soundtrack to our lives,
That
not
used-
just our childhood.
That used to be the first song I'd play on the way out of the office to the street to start delivery on my route.
The full opening sequence, where because it's not just that, it's got a long lead in.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But not even just that. Like there's that one where it's like. I forgot that movie fucking opens with like black and white. It opens with like the serial opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so.
I give it a 93.
93. No arguments here.
No, there's definitely none.
What you got, Joe?
Dude, I love this movie. Like, Reeves' performance, Hackman he's great. Brando, you had Brando star power. He was the biggest. He was the biggest name.
He was such a thief then, though.
Yeah, but he was the biggest name in the movie. If you really, at that time, you thought Hackman was a big name, but Brando is Brando.
So $2 million to read off of someone's cue cards?
Yep, and that's all he didn't memorize his lines.
Fucking Brando.
Then he's going back. Didn't he mess up his line in the movie?
Constantly.
Isn't there a slip up in there? But they kept it in there. I don't know. Just keep
Probably.
it.
I have to go back
is the
and
best
watch.
cut.
He's like half asleep through his performance.
Yeah.
It comes off as like
Carl or something like that.
Carl.
Yeah. He doesn't say like Cal. Something like if you don't hear it, you won't hear it.
Space Dad. Okay, give a number so Vinny can undercut you.
Even Margaret, I'm gonna go 94.
He did it. He went up.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't go 100 just to make sure.
I'll be fair to this movie because this is an iconic movie. I'll give it an 88.
None of us has ever ranked a movie so far on the show 100, right?
No. Nothing deserves 100, I think.
There's a perfect film.
Batman Begins.
A perfect film for nerdities? Or
one of my favorite films, Endgame is an amazing experience to me. It might be one of the greatest cinematic experiences I've ever had. I'm still not giving that 100. It's not perfect. Everything's got a flaw to it. Speaking of Superman 2.
The Lester or the Donner?
Well, there's really not much difference.
There is.
Right. Superman 2.
The pacing of the movie is definitely different in the Donner cut.
Right. Superman 2 is... Remind me again?
That's the one where him and Lois go to the Grand Canyon at one point, and she...
No, that
did happen.
Oh my God, what Niagara Falls?
Was it Niagara Falls?
Just Niagara Falls.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, because it was the waterfall. That was the one with Zod.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Terrence Stamp is pretty great in it, but he's not enough. There's so many things in that piss me off. Like, he does the I'm going to give up my powers thing, even knowing how much of an effect he has on the world, just for Poontang. Nah, bro. That loses a lot. That's a cop-out. You have no other story to tell other than, I'm going to give up my powers.
Well, if he bangs her, he shotgun blasts her through the back, and then what?
Well, in the Donner cut, he does.
I refuse to... He fucks her before he loses them?
No, after.
He blows her insides out?
Before he loses them, yes. Before he loses them.
I refuse to believe the Fortress of Solitude doesn't have some kind of technology that'll allow either him to be weaker for a hot second or her to be stronger so they can get that fuck on. And it's a much better environment for your first sexual experience as a couple.
Yeah, red sunlight. Just bang under, those red lamps.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
Simple enough.
And if you're doing Smallville with it, a blue kryptonite condom, or just blue kryptonite, just have that as a necklace. takes your powers away. Surprised you guys didn't know that.
I'm gonna go, since it's so lacking in comparison, 77.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
drop.
I really don't love this one.
These movies were candy for me. I was such a kid. I was a child.
Like Vinny mentioned earlier, cellophane wrapping up one of the guys. Like, they really did some horrible shit.
But that was the Lester cut. The Donner cut didn't have the stupid cellophane.
Well, that didn't get put in theaters, so I'm going with the Lester cut. What I grew up with.
They probably were like, we got this crazy technology where we can literally throw something at somebody and then they're like netted. Can we implement that anywhere? And the guy's like, yeah,
You know,
I have a
he's
great
been
idea.
punching them around. He's been punching them, but we need something different. We need him to take out this character differently. He can't just punch him. What could he do? Does he do this in the comics? No. Well, he does it in the movies.
Yeah.
85.
When did this movie come out? 82?
No, 70.
It was right on the heels.
Yeah, 80.
Because they filmed them back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is when, according to my sources, this is when the cocaine in Hollywood started going downhill. And people were just kind of like sniffing their own farts and loving it. Just making ridiculous movies.
I'm going. I do enjoy Superman 2. It's not as good as the first one. Again, I would keep saying I like the Donner cut better, but if we're going on straight Lester cut, there is more camp in this movie than the previous one, because Lester is a comedy director.
Taika.
I will go 84.
74.
Did you have you seen Superman 2?
Yeah, actually, no, I have seen this one, and actually, my bad. I actually messed up. That's not my score. So it can only be as high as a 74, but I give this one a 72. The plastic fucked me up.
Mike,
Also, that's not my Zod.
Mike, what was the total on the first one?
Yeah, we didn't state that. 1 sec, let me get this.
91?
91.25.
Okay.
Fairly deserving. Maybe a tinge low for what it is, but
Yeah.
I don't think people complain. And Superman 2 falling pretty hard to 79.5.
It's camp.
I think it's fair, but
It's not horrendous.
like these movies mean a lot to me.
Yeah. Now, Superman 3. This one I have a somewhat softer spot for, even though it is undeniably a worse movie than either of the two.
All right, now 3 is
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, he goes back to Smallville for a hot minute. They give him the fake kryptonite that has the weird effect on him that turns into the evil Superman. He fights
red
himself.
kryptonite?
Well, no, it's green kryptonite, but it was synthetic, so it doesn't have the same effect. It's like a darker green when it's on screen, so like it makes him into a dickhead.
Yeah, this one had Lana.
Yeah.
right. The whole tractor scene.
Yeah.
Right.
And the douchebag who was the brother in Never Say Never Again.
Oh, you mean the guy who was the leader of the good guy army in Willow?
Yes.
Yeah. He was in 5 Things back in the 80s. And then
Yeah.
the episode of Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, that guy. There's a lot about this that I still hold dear, but like I said, it is fairly dog shit. And that robot sister at the end beat the fuck out of me. This is not supposed to be a horror movie.
The opening of the movie is just like the most wacky shit in Metropolis. Like for like 10 minutes straight, it's slapstick.
Yeah. I'm going with, it is a very kind 65. Very kind. And I would not quibble at all if everyone else's numbers are below me.
They're not. I'll give it a 71.
This movie, I do have a soft spot for this movie as well. I'll randomly put it on Max. because there's something about it. It's Richard Pryor is still great. It's still great. It's still Christopher Reeve. He's it's still he still makes you believe that a man could fly. I like Lana.
She was great as Mrs. Kent too.
Yes, she was.
Oh, great show.
I'm going to go with a 70.
I'll give it a 60.
All right. Joe, you don't have to make all of your choices either one more or less than Justin's, right?
I know.
Okay.
We'll see how the next one goes.
66.5 for this one. Not sacrilege.
No, it's a fun movie.
It's fun. It's got a lot of rough edges, but
Yes.
it's not the worst thing that happened during Christopher Reeve's run as Superman. If you want to see the worst thing that happened during Christopher Reeve's run as Superman, you watch Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. This is a shit show.
You could tell because, the producers aren't the same. Nothing is the same. The special effects are dog
The
shit.
budget, I think, was a quarter
Yeah.
of the original one's budget.
Yeah.
Now, you're not expecting for sequels for stuff to go up, but you hope it kind of plateaus. You get a similar, maybe 75% of the original budget. Because a lot of those first time you're making these movies, it's figuring out problems like how do we make this fucker fly?
Yeah.
And shit gets cheaper to do. No, they just slash and burn this bastard.
You ever seen the deleted scenes?
No, I would not put myself through that.
There was there was more meat to the bones, I guess, for some of the fight scenes. There was the one in the club, and they just cut it out for time, and it's still terrible.
Nuclear Man. That's all I have to say.
John Cryer.
You're not helping it.
No, it's not.
20. This movie gets a very even 20 out of me.
Now, let's keep in mind here, I stated from the get-go, I was a child introduced to these, and I love these movies. 80.
It's so silly. It's so silly.
The only
Fucking, they make little fucking Nuclear Man and the fucking Petri dish thing.
When he cuts his hair, he uses...
Oh, that was the deleted scene. There was a Nuclear Man before Nuclear Man. There was the prototype Nuclear Man, and then you had the stronger one. And it was so stupid.
Either way,
And that got laid on the floor.
doesn't matter. I gave it an 80.
I don't want to give it something so low because of Christopher Reeve, and it's his last time playing Superman. And he still gave it his all.
He was the best part of the movie. He is all 20 of those points.
No, you were right. I'll go a little higher. I'll give it a 30 for him because he gave it his all.
He wanted that thing to be good. He put the whole thing on his back.
He did. It just
didn't turn out.
No.
One man cannot make that. One man cannot be super enough to fix that.
I don't think I've seen this one through its entirety.
Oh, you should.
This is the one where he goes back in time?
No, this is...
The first one he does the go back in time thing and save Lois. Which is
Okay.
supposed to be the ending of the second one.
Yeah, this is the one where the little boy writes, "Hey Superman, why don't you make world peace, get rid of all the weapons."
Yeah, he takes they launch all the nukes and he grabs them one by one and puts them in a giant net in space.
Yeah.
And then tosses it into the
The sun.
sun.
That's
Just saying
wild.
the words out loud.
I tried watching this on Max. I tried. I couldn't do it. It was so bad. Watching him in the fucking aerobic scene.
Oh.
I love the aerobics scene.
You're fucking Superman. Come on.
Are you going to stick with your numbering?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 20. I'll match Mike because,
37.5. Only because of Justin's blind childhood love for this thing.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I tried to watch it again, and I couldn't do it.
Listen, I can't help it, man.
Whatever warms the cockles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go in timeline order with Superman. I'm going to go in the whole thing. I'm going to go in timeline order with Superman. I'm just jumping to Superman Returns here. I know it's a huge leap, a couple decades after, and technically a completely different timeline, but there's no set parameters for this shit. And beyond the fact that it looks a bit better than the stuff from the 80s, as far as effects go, this is a shit movie.
I have a soft spot for this movie.
Is this with Spacey?
Yes.
Yeah. This is another one where only a handful of the performances help it. Because I fault Brandon Routh not at all. He came Christopher Reeve for this one. He wanted to do good and did the best he could with it.
Yes. It's not his fault.
Marsden's up in that bitch.
Marsden's up in that bitch for some reason.
Because of Bryan Singer.
Well, he's Bryan Singer. I guess Bryan Singer directed it. He might have been on set. That's the story.
Yeah. I liked Spacey as Lex. Cal Penn just was there.
He did play Lackey number 2.
That illustrates one of the exact reasons this movie is not good. You bring people in with potential. Cal Penn is one of the best talkers in the game. He can improv, he can deliver written lines, and he's got charisma. He says nothing in that
He
movie.
cast a shitty Lois Lane in this too, though.
Didn't love her for Lois.
I did not like her, yes.
I liked her.
Just because I didn't like her, you liked her?
Get over yourself, Joe.
She was the weak spot. Like, I liked the story with the son. I liked his, the son becomes the father.
That is fucking problematic.
Yeah, you like the fact when James Marsden realized that his wife banged Superman and that's not his kid? That was my favorite part, too.
You've heard the Kevin Smith breakdown, right?
Yeah.
No.
Lois, apparently this happened during Superman 2. She got impregnated during Superman 2, and they got her mind wiped.
Yes.
So essentially, he inseminated her, didn't tell her, gave her a super baby, fucked off for 5 years or so, and then came back.
He's a cowboy.
So, as far as she's concerned, she should be thinking, wait a minute, did Superman rape me?
Dang.
I don't remember having sex with him, and I got a super kid. The fuck happened? But that's not a number. The number is 30. 30.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. It's not a good movie. It makes no fucking sense. There's so many things they do that are antithetical to what Superman is. He lifts up an island of kryptonite when he's been shivved by kryptonite. You obviously don't fucking understand what the character is. This is borderline Snyder.
Really good performances, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it a 50.
That's what gets a 30.
The old 5-0.
That's actually what I was thinking because of the performances alone.
Yeah.
Because, it's one of those. I watched it a couple months ago. I put Returns on. I liked Brandon Routh. I liked him. I liked Lex. But the lifting of the island is awful, just awful.
It's another fucking Lex Luthor land deal.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Just give a number, Joe.
I'd 50. 50 was what I was thinking.
32.
E divided by 4, 40.5.
Feels fitting.
Does feel fitting. Okay, we're getting to the weeds a little bit here. Next 3 movies, I'd say at least 50% have seen them. 50% of the people in this group have seen them. Supergirl.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 75.
It was a movie.
A movie.
It was a movie.
Because of the limitations of the time, I'm going, and the fact that they never really show Superman, they show a picture of him.
That's what sucks. If Reed was in that movie, it would have been better.
We added a ton of weight to it. But it really is just a carbon copy of what Superman is, only slightly sideways. But still, with a lesser-known character, it doesn't have the weight of Superman, and it comes together as a film, but not great. I give it a 30.
I think that's fair. You get 30, me too.
I do agree with you. It would have gotten higher. They landed Reed.
Yeah. They had one scene together. They didn't even need to be a big part of it.
No.
They just had one scene on a rooftop somewhere.
Yep. That's what we needed.
So much.
20. I've never seen it, though.
You said 30, Joe?
Yeah.
I should be able to do the math on this. 27.5.
Okay.
Seems accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't blow the doors off.
No.
And it's not a cult hit. Like the next film. Wes Craven's DC directorial attempt in Swamp Thing.
Dude, I fucking loved Swamp
We
Thing.
were talking about Swamp Thing the other day.
Swamp Thing's pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's just not great. It's got a lot of issues.
Yeah,
I vaguely remember this movie. I've definitely seen it.
I had the action figures.
but for the time, it's another one that's got, like, the childhood for me.
Yeah.
It's not going to
So,
rank. It will not rank as high as the Superman stuff.
Oh, no, it
No.
should not. Shall not. Should not. Would not. I'll go 60 for it, though. Like, given the limitations, it's a tricky character to pull off. Very tricky.
Yeah, I'll 65.
Okay.
I'll go in the middle. 63.
I'll go 53.
I remember being a little kid and loving that movie, though.
Me too. I had the action figures, the glow-in-the-dark one.
Yep.
Yes, I remember that. 60.25.
Okay.
Okay.
That's respectable for Swampy. May not remember, but they made a sequel, Swamp Thing 2. I'm pretty sure it has a post name or a suffix or whatever the hell
Did
that's
they make a
called.
sequel?
They made a sequel.
I have to jog my memory on this one.
I gotta see this
The
one.
female lead was Heather Locklear.
Heather be thy name.
Swamp Thing. The Return of Swamp Thing.
That's it. Yes, I do remember this.
Yes. The positives about this one is it goes really campy, really silly. It kind of owns what it is, and it's got kind of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vibe to it. Because about a quarter way through the movie, or like halfway through the movie, they start showing you mutants.
Yeah.
Like animal-based mutants, and they're pretty good designs, and it's pretty creepy. If you're a little kid, it'll fuck with you.
Is that Steven Seagal's brother or something like that?
What'd you give it, Mike?
I'm gonna go with 50.
Childhood thing, 60.
Okay.
I like animal creatures.
And a lot of over-the-top, scene chewy bad guy moments.
Right, yeah.
Some Bebop and Rocksteady action, and a little bit of Cronenberg body horror.
Yeah.
It's the kind of shit you don't expect in a goofy, campy sci-fi comic book movie.
Oh, yeah, the dude from Octopussy's in it, too, yeah.
The bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they even kind of connect from the first one, because he's Arcane. He's actually a character from the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I do remember this. 58. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I'm totally remembering this now.
Just took the
Visual
title.
effects.
Just took the title, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
I've probably seen this one, too. Ooh, Heather Locklear's butt.
Mm-hmm. This used to get a lot of play on USA Network.
Yes,
And-
it did.
And
Yeah.
Sci-Fi Channel when it first started up.
Yes. Yeah. this is like the perfect setting for them. A little silly, some comedy, and
It was like,
more than a little bit of
I remember like Saturday double feature time, The Return of Swamp Thing and Guyver.
Oh boy, those go together like peanut butter and peanut butter.
And then they'd fucking, on certain Friday nights, they'd rage with the Puppet Master movies. Oh, man.
43.
What was that?
43.
43. All right. $52.75.
Okay.
They should hold their head high.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we at time-wise?
Only 30 minutes in.
All right, we might be able to get a good chunk in. Who knows? Might be able to plug through the whole deal. Let's take it back to a marquee name. 1989, Tim Burton, Batman.
Oh, man.
Far too many childhood feels here, so that bumps the number up. But then looking at it as an adult and all the problems with it bumps the number back down. But I'm not going to lie to myself and be like, "We fucking movie sucks."
See, so like here's my biggest problem with this, right? We've had so many other versions of Batman, even in this film series alone.
Yeah.
My thing with the Superman movies is, to me, every other attempt has failed at what they did with Reeve, with the exception of Smallville. But that's a show. They had more time.
Yeah.
But, like, they've nailed better versions of Batman. Not the perfect version. That has not happened yet.
We'll get there.
Even then, there were still some things.
Yeah, there's problems.
Fuck.
I didn't throw my number out yet, did I?
No, you did not.
85.
Okay.
It's not 90s car. It doesn't get an A. But if you'd asked me in the 90s what I thought about it before I started actually reading comics, I probably would have said 105. It's like the best superhero movie ever, better than Superman. You grow up, you get a little more mature, you understand the character better.
I will give it 75. It doesn't have my favorite version of anything in it.
But because of what it achieved, it deserves...
For the time, yes. But that costume, that fucking neck issue.
Well, yeah.
Form over function doesn't work, yeah.
Moves like a fucking Muppet.
Joker, bad.
I liked Jack. Jack was fucking...
No. No.
You don't like Jack?
Not at all.
No.
Cesar Romero was a better Joker.
Yeah, I can't go that far. No.
I will.
No,
I'll go that far.
His fucking mustache. I can't agree with that.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
go
kind
that
of why
far.
he is kind of a boss. He's like, they go, you gotta shave your mustache. He goes, no, I don't.
No, I don't.
Give me the fucking makeup.
Fuck you.
I still enjoy Jack's performance.
All he did was play Jack Nicholson.
He really did. Well, no, he played Jack Napier for a quarter of the movie, and then gets dumped in acid, and then becomes Jack Nicholson. He played Cool Jack and then Crazy Jack. You're right. He was both faces of
both
Jack
faces of Jack.
You know, Tim Burton's Gotham was cool.
As a matter of fact, all these points drop me down to a 69.
You going 69 for
Yeah, it's 69 now.
I'm going 75.
Tim Burton's Gotham. What, you mean the backlot?
I loved it. I loved his weird Tim Burton Gothic look.
You knew as soon as you saw it, like, hey, they're on studio.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They're inside a giant warehouse right now.
That's a cardboard box.
Yeah.
It's a matte painting, yeah.
I watched this movie religiously growing up. I had a Batman tent, Batmobile tent.
Yes, he did.
I had all the action, just all Batman action figures,
I
so
still
many.
have my Batwing in storage. That's the one thing, with the exception of this, like the suction cups that shoot out. I've got all the parts of it.
my parents never bought me that. It was like, what? This is $20.
I never got
Get
the
this.
Batmobile.
It's $8.
I didn't have the Batmobile from this movie.
Yeah,
Do you remember a friend that had the Bat Cave?
I had the Batcave from
I had the
not
Batcave.
this movie.
Oh, you lucky bitch.
Yeah, it was fucking sweet. It's like having Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, God, that was so fucking sick. But yeah, I got all the feels with this movie. I got to give it like an 87.
I expect nothing less from you.
Yeah, I had to do it. Because it made me scared. It made me like, and it also was like, I could do that.
Also,
I could
like,
literally do everything he's doing.
Fucking Keaton, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah,
It kills me every time.
That's not Bruce Wayne.
No.
Well, I like that he was, like, people believed he was metaphysical, too. Like, that's something that was cool.
Yes.
Like, people weren't sure, like, is it a guy?
Is it a fucking...
And then when they see him, they're like, I don't know now because I shot him and he's fucking got up.
I just finished the novel they did as a continuation of
the Echoes?
of Batman, the 89
Oh, the
Batman.
actual novel, not the comic.
Yeah, not the comic, the actual novel. Really fun story. They play up what should have happened to Batman, like developing as Batman better.
Character-wise,
Yeah.
physicality, everything.
Now I say that, and I will tell you right now, I will rank the second movie higher than this one.
You say that, and I'll tell you right now, I will rank the second movie much lower than the first one.
It freaked me the fuck out.
It's high water Burton.
It's
What?
very Tim Burton.
What was the final score on the Bats?
78-75.
Okay. Now,
Not a travesty. Like, honest. It's a very honest 78-75. Now, Batman Returns.
Fucking
I
love
was
Batman
so
Returns.
fucking hyped for as a kid.
I love
Oh, I
Batman
was looking
Returns.
forward to it.
The
The trailers
fucking
are fucking great.
My parents were because they're like, fucking great, we don't watch the first one anymore.
I remember seeing this in the movies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely remember seeing this in the movies.
I watched, it was their opening night. I watched
the
it.
bat,
Came out
the
of it
cat, and the penguin.
okay. Well, that was a movie.
I fucking enjoyed the shit out of it. Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, for both minutes.
oh god, what was the
Christopher Walken?
Yeah, Walken.
Walken? Pee Wee Herman's wife, Mrs. Cobblepot was
Pfeiffer. Yeah, I can't remember. She played.
She was in Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, we did this like a month and a half.
Dottie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Was
not
his
Dottie.
girlfriend Dottie?
A rebel. I'm a loner, Teddy. A rebel. No, it was the chick that
Simone.
was out in the dinosaur.
Yeah, Simone.
Simone.
Lord?
Simone.
The fact that this cemented that this version of Batman was a fucking killer. When he
It really
straight
did.
up murks all these
It
clowns
did.
in the beginning of the fucking movie.
Just straps a bomb to a guy and like kicks him down a hole.
Here.
Flambe's the fuck out of a guy on stilts. Literally makes him a kebab.
Yep.
It's like, I don't give
With the Batmobile.
Mhm. That's why I know. That's why at most this gets a 60 from me.
It's getting an 80.
Silly person.
It's fucking 80. I love
Dude.
Batman Returns, dude.
Batman Returns had my favorite Batman toys.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, that's true.
The fucking penguins. You can get the toy penguins with the missiles on them? Fuck.
I had
Yeah.
the Batmobile that split.
Yeah.
It
So
became the
stupid.
skinny one.
Yeah.
So stupid. How do you
From
drive
McDonald's?
that
I loved
thing?
it. Dude, as a kid, I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever, dude. That toy was great.
And he leaves parts of the Batmobile just sitting on the side of the road? Really?
Chilling.
Oh, in the novel, they go over stuff like that. That when shit like that he's got multiple Batmobiles stashed
Yeah.
throughout the city. And when stuff like that happens, he inputs a code and it just like fucking...
Well, kind of like another movie we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
60 for me, 80 from Justin.
Giuseppe?
Joe?
74.
Don't be ashamed.
So, the beginning when they just toss Penguin in the river,
Yo, right?
and before that, when you see his hand come, his flippers come through the thing, and the parents are like, "Oh my god!"
When he
Fucking
murks the
kid.
fucking cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember questioning, like, "Is this Batman?" And my dad's like, "Yeah,
Casting was perfect,
So,
though.
bro.
yeah." His goofy body. I mean, that movie scared the fuck out of me, and I don't care about being scared, but I'll give that like a 79. Didn't do the same thing for me as the first one, but like it was still so good. His duck. Where did he get the money for that technology?
He
That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Circus.
All
So-
that shit was left over from the circus or from the zoo.
So the Red Triangle Circus Gang, they were collecting all that shit, and like some of them were like techie geniuses, but they were like fucked up.
They put rockets on penguins. They gotta
Yeah.
be geniuses.
But they were just like, social outcasts, so they joined the circus. And yeah, that it all, they retrofitted shit. Scissor
Doug
lifted
Jones
it.
is in that band. He was one of the
Yeah,
Red Circle.
yeah.
He was one of the clowns.
Yeah, I'm trying to go again. So that got a 73.25.
I think that's fair.
That's very reasonable.
It doesn't go uphill from here.
It
Did
really
you see
does.
that clip of Colin Farrell interviewing Danny DeVito about Batman Returns?
I want to watch the whole thing. I've only seen a part of it.
He's talking about Michelle Pfeiffer in the costume. He's like, "Ooh, I really wanted to." And Colin Farrell had to like change the subject because Danny was about to be like, cocaine was big that time, and I wanted to get her to my room.
He spent way too much time with the Always Sunny crew because now he's Frank in real life half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, "Wait, I'm not supposed to riff right now," and Colin's like, "No, dude."
Okay.
Love Frank.
So next up, Michael Keaton and Tim Burton were like, "Nah, bro, this script sucks. We're not running with it. You want everything to be about action figures? Fuck off. We're gonna go make other movies." So then they got the guy who did a great job with the Lost Boys,
Lost Boys.
and I remember being like, "Yo, that guy's directing it. The guy who did The Client. This guy rules. Awesome. This movie's gonna be dark. It's gonna be fucking hardcore. Kilmer's gonna be Batman. Oh, this can't get me. He's gonna be so much better than the last one. It might be better than the first one." And it wasn't.
Because the studio got involved and ruined it.
Boy, did they.
However, I will say this. Out of all the Batman villains through this line of movies, Jim Carrey might be the best one.
It's the most committed.
He was very committed to that role.
Yeah.
It's the most interesting to watch.
Yes. Like, I really enjoyed his performance. And, like, it made sense for who the character Edward Nygma is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nicest thing I'll say about this.
Yeah.
Because when you try to spoon-feed me that 42-year-old Chris O'Donnell is a ward of the state, I say, fuck you and good day, sir.
Yeah, all they needed was a line like, "Hey man, you want to crash over now that you're not working for the circus anymore? You just want to crash here as a friend?"
Sure. I'm a friend. I'm going to help you out, bro. Like, I was there. I'm sorry about your parents and
I
everything.
lost my family too.
How old was he in that movie? Like, in real life, how old was Chris O'Donnell?
Mid-20s.
Definitely easy 20s.
How old was he supposed to be? 17? 16?
Like,
17.
14 or 15.
No, he was not supposed to be 14, 50s, right?
No, Dick
driving.
Grayson. Dick Grayson.
Oh,
is
Dick
so-
Grayson should
when
be.
it happens,
Yes.
should be 14
Yes.
or 15 when it
Yeah,
happens.
but in the movie, he was like, "Oh, I'm turning 18 next week."
Yeah.
Like,
Turned 18 20 years ago.
Yeah.
they would have treated him as an adult.
Yeah, the only thing that makes sense is his whole family's dead and he doesn't work there anymore because, like, yeah, man, we're not going to have a one-person trapeze deal. You're fired.
Yeah.
You're like, here, why don't you just hang out and tell
Here,
that
you're
way
an
you guys
orphan.
can
I'm an
come
orphan.
over.
Want a beer?
Yeah, want to come over, bro?
Let's
Hash
throw
it
it out.
We could work on your bike together.
Fuck you, though.
What?
Fuck you.
How about the laundry?
That was
Yo,
95.
fucking wash foo. You're giving me more
Dude.
reasons.
What's even better is Alfred saw that and he's like, "I'm gonna go make him a suit now."
Yeah.
If there's anyone ever show anyone their skills, give me a fucking. I do my own laundry. Allie's like, "Do you now?" My socks.
Style.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Alfred didn't give a fuck how he did it. Just the fact that he said he did his own laundry, Alfred was like, "Oh fuck yeah,
Oh, thank goodness. Halfway.
Then
this kid's
Yeah,
in.
They live in a
This
mansion.
kid is in."
This kid, this young 35-year-old. They live in a mansion, right? With modern technology at the time. They had a dryer. They had a clothes dryer, right?
Yeah.
Why did he take his wet clothing out of the washer?
Because he's a circus.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a circus freak.
He's a fucking freak, all right.
I look the same age now at 41 as Chris O'Donnell looked in that fucking movie.
Dude,
Yeah.
like 1995. There wasn't one like 14-year-old actor.
There's tons, Joe. There's tons.
So many.
Why?
Well, they had Marlon Wayans said he got paid.
He got paid
him to be Robin.
for Batman Returns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, was
First
it?
one.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be in first one or Returns, and when his option came up, like they were like, "You are optioned."
I think he screen tested, didn't he?
Yeah. When
Oh, yeah.
you put Robin in a movie, you're going to be Robin. They had a fucking contract, and when it didn't happen, he was like, "We have a contract."
Yeah.
Or his agent was like, "What about that? Role you were supposed to give my client?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, here's some money."
Yep.
Honestly, they saved him.
Oh yeah, would have done nothing for his career.
I was actually just reading that when Keaton was still attached to this, they casted Rene Russo as Chase Meridian, but then when Keaton left, she didn't.
Oh
she
God,
thought she'd be
Chase
too-
Meridian. Can we talk about a fucking horny ass gold digging character?
Dude.
The original Thirst Trap.
Holy
Oh, yeah,
shit!
Her character was so bad.
She's like, I'm a therapist that fucks my patients.
Let's
Yeah.
give a number for her professionalism. 1 to 100.
0.
100.
5.
0.
100.
5. Because at least she starts the conversation professionally.
She used the fucking bat light to get laid.
The second time they met.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I give her 100, dude. She's a professional.
Not that
She-
kind of professional.
Or-
That's
Laying it
kind of
thick.
professional.
Laying it thick. She knew what she was doing.
the whole time. The whole time.
She's got.
I bet you know what, dude? I know what she was doing. She thought this guy was an incel. He walks around in black rubber. He just needs a hand job or something.
Oh, she wanted more than a fucking hand job, bro.
Oh, I know that, but I think that was her psychology tactic to try to
Give him a handy
break
first.
that.
Give him a handy first, and then get fucked.
This guy needs to bust a nut. And
She
I'm
wanted
willing to
dick.
do it.
She wanted dick, though.
She wanted to be dumb. She saw all that rubber.
No, the other way around. She's like, oh, he thinks he's the dom? I got something for him.
When she's doing the punching bag thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She wanted to find out what makes him tick. She's like, obviously, this guy's horny as fuck. I know it.
This guy's horny as fuck. I'm horny as fuck.
You think she had any moral misgivings? Like, oh, if I fuck this guy, he won't want to fight crime, and crime will go crazy in this town. But I really want to fuck this guy.
No, the true villain of that movie is her vagina.
Yeah. I guarantee you, she was working on a book. She had a book deal or something, and she's like, I gotta make this work. It's expensive as fuck. You saw how big that door was? Her apartment? You saw how big that door was, dude.
She got a forward for that book and had to sell it. So then she's like, I don't even have a... You know what? I'll write a book about Batman. I'll call it Badass Up. How I fuck Batman.
Yeah. Yep. God.
So... we've been talking about this one for a while, and I still haven't said, why is there so much fucking neon on the Batmobile?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
It's a stealth vehicle, right? It's supposed to blend in like him.
The original,
That was
the original
big
name,
angle, I guess.
the original
was-
name on the
yeah.
script was actually Gotham by Blacklight.
Where the fuck is the
Picture this.
producers?
A giant Spencer's Gifts the size of a city. And?
Dude,
And the
we
Batmobile,
got 3 Oscar
Penis.
nominations.
of course it did.
Why were there 300-foot tall statues of people in that town? How could they fucking... That's how the town went to shit. They built 300-foot tall statues of, like, Atlas.
Yeah.
45. I give it a 45. I'm being very
That's fucking
kind.
generous.
Very
That
kind.
Generous.
45. Very kind.
20.
20. I'm not going to argue with it. There's still some stuff I find fun about that one,
And just like
but
you
it's a
said,
shit film.
just like you said earlier, those 20 points all for Jim Carrey. Nothing else.
Val as Bruce. Val as Batman.
Val's Bruce.
Joe, give your number. Go ahead.
35.
That's
Fine.
you're nice.
Very reasonable.
I'm going to give it a 50. I was still young at this.
Yeah, you were.
And
That's fine. It's
I
acceptable.
kinda loved
it's
it.
fine.
I loved it when
That's
it came out. because I was like, oh my god, there's Robin, and all you have to do is do karate in the laundry room, and I could be fucking Robin. Sign me up.
All
Did
I
you do
got,
karate in the laundry room at that age?
I tried, and my dad's like, knock it off.
Put it in the washer,
he
asshole.
tried to
Yeah.
do towels at Nanny's. She's like,
Yeah,
then
you
he
were before. What are you doing? Put it in the dryer.
Oh, he mopped it up for like 2 seconds. He went,
Yeah. Gave Alfred the wink, and Alfred's like, God, I'm rock hard.
37.5, which is about 17.5 more than it deserves, I'll admit. I probably shouldn't come in with a 20, but whatever. It could get worse.
It does.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Batman and Robin is a fucking travesty, and I don't care what people say. Apparently, it's got a cult status nowadays.
No, it's bad. It's all bad. My wife
there's
wife
no good.
loves this movie.
As the president of the East Coast chapter of the Batman and Robin Reddit, I think you're all wrong.
You're crazy.
You guys need to chill.
I've watched this high, drunk, and sober, and none of it has made me feel any different about
Yeah.
this movie.
There was no amount of weed made this movie good.
No.
Who here paid their own money to see it in the theater?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Yours?
Yeah.
Or was it your parents? Did your parents give you money, or did you work for it?
No, so this was
my
around
dad
the
took
time
to see it.
that I started making money doing stuff.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
know the pain of
allowance,
spending
yes.
your own money
Yes,
Yes.
on it.
allowance.
Joe, do you know the pain of spending your own money on
Yes,
it?
yes.
Okay. Vinny, did you?
Well, because my dad took me to see it, and he let me know how much he hated it. So, kinda. Because there I am with my action figures on the way there, so I left him in the car. We go back out. I'm like, that was great, and he's like, that movie fucking sucked. So I felt the pain in a different way.
Okay, I've never done this before. I have never, ever besmirched a film to this level. 1.
Agreed.
All right. Oh, you don't have what I gave. Well, the first Fantastic, the second, no, the Fantastic Four movie. I gave a 0.
Fan Four Stick was a better movie than this fucking Batman movie is.
Sadly, yes. More cohesive. More respectful of the source material.
I actually finished this movie though. That one I still have not. I'll give it a 5.
Too generous.
I
Too
think he's gonna
fucking
throw this whole
generous.
fucking thing off.
The video is gonna throw it all off.
Listen, again, I was still young. I was 98, so what was I? I was like 10.
I'm
Yes.
looking forward to how this one number is going to alter these 7 that we have so far.
I was 10. You can get action figures.
It was made for you. The movie
It
was
was.
made for you.
It was totally made for me. Again, Uma Thurman just tossing boners out.
That credit card.
Currently, with the 3 votes that we have, it's got a 2.33.
I gotta give it a 20 to be fair to my childhood.
You know
Okay,
what?
you know what? That's fine.
I'm not going to hate.
Because also, what about when Robin's underwater in the poison ivy pool, and they obviously just like rewound the film
Yep.
after getting pulled back under like really fast, and it's like I remember you see that as a kid. I was like,
That's
film
weird.
skip? What the fuck just happened?
Why when Batgirl kicks poison ivy into her own plant, does it swallow her like
Yo,
Audrey
and
too?
another fucking thing about Batgirl. How are you gonna change that whole thing?
Why would you do it?
I hated it.
Just to connect her to some, you don't need that. Give Commissioner Gordon an actual fucking story arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he sucked in all these movies.
Commissioner useless. He gets more and more inept in that series. He's more inept by that movie than the one from the fucking show in the 60s was.
Yeah, you're right. Ugh.
6.75.
Yeah, that's fucking accurate.
Well,
So
I'll tell you why they had to make her that in the story arc. They had to have the teenage will they won't they will Robin bang this broad.
The teenage,
Because he obviously has got a huge heart on his
the AARP Rockin' Robin. Is he gonna bang this young slut?
Mm-hmm. Yep. This street racing harlot, is he gonna bang her? Maybe. But then she sits him down, she's like, you don't know what it's like, dude. Alfred's dying, you bitch. And he's like, oh, I don't have a boner anymore.
Well, I don't know what it's like. My parents fell 60 feet to their deaths.
Yeah, I'm happy now though because Bruce has got a pretty sick pad.
My mom, Peg, Margaret, she died.
Yeah,
Fuck
Peggy.
all of you.
God, I hated that movie.
Oh, such shit. All right, 6.75 for
I have
that.
my bat credit card, and
Oh,
Bane is a
fucking
fucking.
Urgh.
Yeah.
Well, John Glover's in that. He played Doctor Strange. They really used him. They utilized him well.
He was the Floronic Man.
Yeah. He wasn't
Was he?
even Yeah.
Yeah, he was Dr. Jason
Woodrue.
Oh, I thought he was Strange. Oh, my bad.
He's a villain of Swamp
Just a
Thing.
freeze?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 9 left.
Dun dun
You
dun.
wanna pause right here?
I think I got to get the fucking taste out of my mouth.
Okay.
Give me one. Give me something
Well,
else.
the next one in line will not get the taste out of your mouth.
Oh, fuck me.
I can jump forward to, you know what? Here.
No, just give me the next one. Give me the next one. Let me know.
You want to do the next one?
Yeah, just
You want to do the
fucking,
next
yeah,
one?
just fucking do it.
What? You want to do the next one right now?
Yeah, let's do
You want
it.
to talk about a guy running around in a Hummer that he made, even though he should be playing
I
basketball.
like Steel better than I like Batman.
That's reasonable. Given the budget and given the fact that the lead of it really wasn't an actor,
Yeah.
and the fact they made it a film, yes, it is technically a better experience than Batman and Robin.
I think the first time I watched Steel was with Vinny and John.
You don't remember it? Good for you.
I remember it a little bit. I know he had a skill. He had like a shit
hammer.
going on with his hammer,
Yeah.
like a gun or something.
He makes delicious gummies now.
And like, what was even crazier is everyone's like, yeah, we have no idea who this 7'2", 350-pound guy is. There's a lot of those floating around here in the city. We couldn't possibly figure it out.
This
7 foot
7'2"
tall
black
genius.
man in what seems to be predominantly white Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
I give it a 10 though.
I'll give it a 25. I feel better about it than
What did I give Batman and Robin? A 5?
5.
A 5. It's still staying with a 5.
All right, I have to give it a -5 then.
Steel was not good either.
Don't forget, we can't go into the negatives.
Okay. I'll give it a 00.
We haven't done Catwoman yet.
Flat out 0?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that movie
You did. We watched it together.
more than once.
All right, fair.
Like, was never in my mind to put that back on. I was like, he's not Batman, that fucking asshole.
10.
All right, that's nice
It
and easy.
beats out Batman and Robin.
Shit.
I feel
by
better
an
now.
asset. Yeah.
I feel
Can I
better.
change my Batman and Robin score?
Nope.
Drats.
All right.
That
Well,
was a fun convo.
we'll be back in a few weeks with the remainder of the pre-Snyderverse. If you like what you hear, go over to facebook.com/nerdities. Follow us there, at Nerdities on Twitter, at Nerdities on Instagram. ProWrestlingTees.com/Nerdities. Buy our shirts, especially the shirts for EPW, our highest rated show we've ever done. People like it. It's our scripted wrestling D&D drama.
I don't know if I'd call it scripted, because it's plotted.
I mean, there's a script for every episode, but the outcome of everything is decided by you guys in your dice rolls. And then
And our dialogue.
your dialogue is
scripted.
yeah.
A lot of it's hit shooting.
Yeah.
And it's done live as a group, and it's bite-sized. None of them are longer than like 45 minutes, so it's a nice tight run for
Yeah,
you.
it's fun. It's a good time.
Check us out on youtube.com/nerdies. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things nerdies. And keep subscribing, because you are, and you keep watching those videos, because we're getting the hits on them.
Yeah.
And you are enjoying them.
Tell your
comment.
friends.
Yeah, share them. Tell your friends. Tell the people, tell your roommates, tell the people, tell your coworkers. Be like, hey, listen to Nerdities, watch Nerdities.
Tell your kids, tell your dog.
Yeah, tell that hot chick at the gym that you keep eyeing up, but you have no chance in hell. Just tell her about us, because if she hates us, it doesn't matter. She doesn't like you anyway.
Yeah, roll up on her all smooth and be like, yo, baby, you listen to Nerdities?
Nerdities?
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Want a good laugh? Yeah.
Well, here's my dick. You want a better laugh?
You know what I say? Make them laugh, make them breakfast, right?
Make them laugh, make them cry.
Sex.
Sex.
Also, coming this Halloween, we will have our annual Halloween special. We do have a
special.
Joe, you should say that again, but with a little more enthusiasm and not the way you just did it.
Coming this Halloween will be our extra special Halloween special.
Now ourselves to introduce ourselves.
I mean, we cat's out of the bag. Everything's greenlit. We can tell them that the Halloween special this year is our tribute to The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors.
Play Fort of Terror.
Yes. And then, Joe, you can tell them that we got a Christmas special.
We do have a Christmas special. I read it.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
I did read it. I read it.
Good. It's good.
No way you did.
I totally read it.
You're a fibber.
What's
the first word in the article?
I don't remember.
First word, page
he
one.
had a flight. I can believe that he read them.
Better have.
Yeah.
For that flight, you have more than enough time.
Yeah. I get
read it once. Wait, on that flight, you only read it once.
Don't.
No, now I'm going to take over your role. You know all your fucking lines.
I did read it once.
More than enough time.
I did read it once.
We can confirm that our dear friend Lindsay McGee is back for both of those.
Super talented Lindsay.
Yes, we wrote her one of my favorite parts to date in the Halloween special. Like, specifically had Lindsay in mind when we wrote the dialogue for the character. Because her delivery is so fucking exquisite.
And then we also have our 100 greatest movie quotes.
Which Ice to See You is not on.
I am prepared to eat lots of spice.
Joe's prepared to eat a dick to make sure nothing from Batman and Robin gets on.
Really?
Joe's ready.
Yeah, dude, my stomach is I'm preparing now for the amount of spice I will be able to handle by that.
Drinking whole milk.
Unreal.
Like, I'm ready for some fucking ghost peppers.
Joe's ready.
Unreal.
He's gonna fight that shit.
I'm not happy about it.
That's everything, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Your opinions on the Nerdities crew are idiotic and poorly thought up in a way next week will be far more insulting. Folk. Bye.
Fuck, bye.
Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.